Heartbreaking moment. Woman crashes the F out over her ex. Oh, I'm sorry. Is she? Is she sorry? But this crash out is epic.
I want to do nothing but good by that man. I have done in the fucking past that I'm so ashamed of and embarrassed, and it's come back around and it's costing me my relationship. It's putting a strain on my relationship, on a relationship that I care more about than anything else. I would sacrifice most of the things that I have in this life for the love that this man gives me. And I'm so sorry to him that I'm having to put him through this. And I don't want to. I just want to be all for him. I have eyes for just that man and no one else. No other fucking man exists to me.
Yeah, good. Repent. You've been a bad woman.
So sorry to him.
I hope you're focused and on your square. But seriously, we don't know. We have no idea. But for context, this woman's bawling her eyes out on the internet because apparently her boyfriend, this young man here, left her because of her past, because of her sordid, filthy, dirty past.
I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Her body count, her former dirty deeds, her filthy undertakings and overcomings, okay? Whatever. But seriously, it's an interesting point that she's crashing out over her past. And in dating nowadays, it's a big topic, isn't it? A woman's past. Women say a man should not care about her past. And a lot of men say, no, we should. Because where you have been is important. And the way she's crashing out, the reason she's crashing out, that's the point, isn't it?
I'm embarrassed.
Now, admittedly, even though I think her crashing out is a bit much, even for a woman who's seeking forgiveness, it is a bit much. On one hand, you'd kind of hope a lot more women thought like this. You wouldn't have to worry that your future wife is everybody's ex-girlfriend.
I have flipped. I'm willing to change everything for that man. I've flipped my whole fucking life 180 because I want to be the woman that he wants me to be. Essentially, the reason I'm even fucking posting this is because I've publicly embarrassed the man that I love. I've publicly embarrassed him. I've hurt his pride. So
it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Embarrassing? It's embarrassing.
I'm embarrassed.
And that's a key point a lot of men make about a woman's past. Like, yo, woman, I may not know about your past, but if your past is something that may come up, your past is reoccurring. Every now and again, there's a guy coming up. Oh, yeah, I banged your woman. Oh, yeah, here's some pictures of your woman. I was doing it nasty, filthy, raw even. Protection, please. Never heard of it. We were going ham, raw ham.
I'm embarrassed.
That's too much context. We get the point. It will never be comfortable for any man if a large amount of men, or in this particular case, a very notorious man, I think it's another rapper, young man's a rapper, and another rapper must have been feeling up his chick. Yeah, whatever. But the point is, a woman's past does matter to a lot of men. Now, you don't expect women to crash out like this. That's why it's interesting as well. You don't expect this. You kind of want it as a man, like, yeah, woman, crash out. Yeah, you were too much of a freak in the past. You see, this is why I can't marry you. You were too freaky in the past. Yeah? Cry for me. Like The Weeknd said, cry for me. But I'm not going to cry for you, though. No.
I am publicly apologizing for putting him in such a position and ever making him feel like that, because that's not my intention at all. I just want to uplift him in every possible manner. Listen, whatever opinions people have on me, have them. I couldn't give a shit. It's not my character in this situation that matters. It's the man that I love. I've hurt him, and I don't want him to feel that way in any shape or form. I should have never put him in that position, especially considering that all he does is uplift me in every manner of the word.
Yeah, you were too busy getting uplifted and lifted up by other dudes, innit? Yeah, but seriously. This woman's about 25. The young man's about 23. There's a picture circulating, this picture here, if I've got it. This young man in this picture is called Meeks, apparently. And apparently her boyfriend, well, her ex-boyfriend, the one she's crying about now, he must have saw the picture and he didn't like it, obviously. He's like, oh, what you banging this dude? Were you banging him before you met me? And she's probably like, no. We were just friends. Some would say that's a typical modern woman lie. Oh, no, we're just friends, really. And this picture doesn't look friendly, does it? I'm just saying. But this is why we have this young woman here crashing out, bawling, not afraid to embarrass herself for embarrassing her man, her ex-man. But she's not afraid to, show her vulnerability. Women in the comments were ripping her apart like, woman, what the hell are you doing? You don't put this on the internet. You do this in your bathroom or in your car, in your bed, in the kitchen, on the floor next to a bottle of empty alcohol. You don't do it on the internet, okay? So obviously the women in the comments were wondering why she's doing it. They were asking her if it's her first real relationship, her first real man. And honestly, even as a man, seeing her crash out like this, I'm wondering it myself. Like, yeah, you're a woman. And she's also a content creator. If I didn't mention it, she's also a content creator. And she's crashing out like this on the internet. Damn. I'd put myself doing porn on the internet before I put myself
Should have
crying.
never put him in that position, especially considering that all he does is uplift me in every manner of the word. I just need everybody to understand that I am in love with this man and I would do absolutely anything for him.
Love, I mean, you're verging on obsession at this point. Some men would wish for this. I'm like, no, you won't, bro. No, you wouldn't. Because this could become scary. I'm not saying it would be. I'm just saying, you know, this is a bit much though, isn't it?
So please stop questioning that. And just to clarify, because I'm sure everybody's seen this video going around, I have never, ever, and I will never, ever in my life cheat on my partner. I love that man with my entire body and fucking soul. I would do anything to make him happy. It is just shit that's coming back from my embarrassing past prior to meeting him, and it's making him look terrible, and I don't ever want to do that to him.
But again, that is the prime reason men even talk about body counts now.
Making him look terrible.
Yeah, look, let's admit a first point. Yes, there are a lot of insecure men that may feel they can't match up. Okay, clarified, we got that point out of the way? Yeah, fine, cool. However, it's this point as well. This is more of the key point than the insecurity. It's a feeling of embarrassment. And as men, we know women understand it. She understands it. She's just being fully honest with it and bawling on the internet about it. That's why it's nice, it's good. Thank her for making it. But it is about the embarrassment. It is about a respect thing. And women never want to see it as respect. It's like, woman, it is respect if you love this dude, this man who is now your husband. It would somewhat mean you don't care about him if you'd never worry that your past may F up what you and him have now. On one hand, look, a lot of men are naive. A lot of men would meet a woman and think, oh my God, this woman's an angel. And she's nothing. This woman's not an angel at all. But her modern representative, her modern character, oh yeah, she's a lovely woman. She's a gorgeous, lovely woman. Butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. It wasn't butter that was melting in her mouth. It wasn't butter, brah. Yeah, But the point is, yes, the conversations around a woman's past and body count, yeah, a lot of them are over-exaggerated. However, let's not act as if it's not a known thing, as if it's not an understood thing. That if you're a man that cares about yourself, your character, and how you're seen, because you are seen by the person you're with as well. Yeah, no man in their right mind wants to walk around with a woman that everyone knows is a garden tool, or a former one. Now, I'm not saying that's what this woman is. I'm just using the example of the situation, what's going on, to paint a broader picture. But the point is still, yes.
Making him look terrible.
Women talk about their future husband, but do any of them question if their current, present actions will ruin their chances with their future husband? I'm just saying.
He is a 10 out of 10 stand-up man, and I've tarnished his image to the point where I've just made him look like an absolute dickhead.
Wow.
Please don't call me, text me, asking if I'm alright, because I'm fine. It's my mistake, it's my fuck up, I have to deal with it. I'm more concerned with how it makes the love of my life fucking look and how it makes them feel. I don't care if anybody wants to reply to this saying it's not a good look, or if they say that I'm crashing out or whatever on my Instagram story.
Wow, people are saying that. Damn. I mean, you are crashing out and it's not a good look. I think I said that already, didn't I? Even as a man who makes these sorts of videos, it's like, yo, woman, you're going extra hard. It's fascinating, entertaining even, but you are going effing hard. Carry on though, carry on.
I don't care because I will not be shamed.
What a lovely woman. What an absolutely lovely woman. But the question isn't, will she learn from her mistakes? The question is, will women see this and question their own promiscuity, their own freakiness? Yeah? No, they won't. No, they won't.
Care because I will not be shamed.
Making him look terrible.
This might be oversharing on the internet, but
Considering what we've just seen, I doubt anything you're going to say is going to compare, but let's see.
yeah, this would be great. The thing is, I'm not looking for a friends with benefits just for sex. I miss just being held.
Oh.
Like, I miss not sleeping in bed alone. I miss having another person's warmth and like substance there. I miss curling up on the couch with somebody and being close and kissing and that safety and that intimacy. And the thing is, like, I don't want that from just anybody. I could go to a bar and make out with a stranger, but that's not the draw. I'm not at that point of desperation.
Damn. Yeah, a lot of women are. A lot of women are. Seriously. I'm being serious. A lot of women really are. Damn. Again, a lot of women date homeless men. How? Whatever. But the point is, look, here we have a woman here struggling with her singledom.
Just being held.
You know? Again, we understand with a lot of modern women, they're happy being single and content. A lot of them are. Independent, she can pay her own bills, she don't need a man for money, whatever. However, there are still certain things not connecting. Still gaps, aren't there? Still a manless woman. Frosty bed. No man there to hold her, warm her up.
Just being held.
And then dear down if they get too hot and passionate. But that's not the point. Because it's beyond just friends with benefits. It's beyond just some D. Woman misses being held. You know? And for as strong as any woman is, for as ironclad and battle-ready as the modern woman is, please, come on. There are still loads of women like this lacking the touch of a man.
Just being held.
Lacking the touch of man. Not that she can't get felt up by some dude, I'm not saying that. She said that herself. But she doesn't want a random dude to feel her up, no. I mean, in some way, she's shooting herself in the foot. Her demands are probably too high. She's probably picturing some fictional book dude, some ridiculous dude from a novel that would hold her in his arms. Probably some 7-foot-tall dude with long flowing hair holding her in his arms atop a mountain peak. Yeah, just some woman novel nonsense. But that's not reality, is it? It's not reality. This is reality. It's cold, it's hard. She's got to go to work and pay taxes. Of course, she can find pleasure and take care of herself, obviously. However, the simple holding hands of a man she don't have. Damn. Could design a machine to hug lonely women. Oh, that's a new industry.
And also, I would like to find someone that I find attractive. I'm not going to go make out with someone just for the sake of making out. And so that missing piece is finding somebody available who respects boundaries, who I also like looking at. You know? And for some reason, that's been difficult for me to find. I don't know if I'm not my type's type. I don't know if I'm in the wrong area. I don't know. I just haven't looked around and seen many people where I'm like, oh yeah, I want your face on my face.
Thought you were going to say you want his face somewhere else, but come on, we're grown. But look, say she does find that man that she wants his face on her face. What if her past comes up? Like the previous chick, the one that was crashing out.
And embarrassed.
What if her past comes up? Yeah, lovely woman. As an example, what if this woman's past, as an example, was freaky and sordid? Tons of men in her past. She was getting busy in her college days, yeah? Her feet barely touched the ground. Maybe her knees, we don't know. But the point is, what if she did meet that lovely man? That man she wanted. The man she wanted to be held by. But then he found out, yeah, woman. My God, you're trying to appear innocent to me now, but my God, woman, you've got an archive of freaky college footage on the internet put together by dozens of men. Yeah? Again, not saying she has, but if that man was to meet her and realize, yo, woman, I can't be with you. For as much as you want to be held by me, it's the fact you've been held by too many other dudes. More than being held, they ran through. Muddy shoes and everything, raw, extra raw. It's not nice. It's not a nice feeling as a man. I mean, as a woman, she probably enjoyed all those feelings, but as a man, it doesn't feel good. It makes you feel embarrassed.
And embarrassed.
Yeah? And no man wants to feel embarrassed by his woman. Though, I mean, sadly, it's a common thing, isn't it?
So with all of that being said, I'm done talking to the Chads and the Brads, okay? I'm done, and I'm here for you. I'm here for you who took the time to write your age, your marital status. Like, I just feel like there's strength in numbers, right? We know there's nothing wrong with us, right? Like, you know, and I know. Like, if you don't know, I'm here to tell you there is nothing wrong with you.
What do you mean?
For being single, for not having kids, for being divorced, for having 3 kids from 3 different dads. There is
easy. Whoa. He's speaking out a lot of things. Okay. We see where she's going. She's reassuring her women, her female audience, that don't listen to what these men on the internet say.
Kids from 3 different dads. There is.
You got 3 kids from 3 different baby daddies, girl. It's okay. No, woman. It's not okay. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing per se, but it's like, really? A man trying to date a woman like that is ridiculous, first of all. It's sort of dumb, first of all. There are too many things going on there. Too many questions should be asked. 3 kids from 3 different men. And did any of them even marry you? Yeah. Now I get her point. We get what she's saying. But I want to use the point she's making to her audience to paint a picture for this entire video. One of the worst advices women have given to each other in modern times is to be loose and reckless. that it's okay to be loose and reckless. If men have a problem with your past because of your loose and recklessness, it's his problem as a man. Now, even if you were to be balanced and understand women's perspective and where they're coming from, even though it doesn't even make sense, it's whatever.
Kids from 3 different dads, there is.
That entire thought process in itself is reckless and chaotic. We can see the results of that reckless, chaotic thought process. Single mother homes aren't always the best, are they? And I'm being modest. Come on. They aren't always the best, are they? Now, we understand mistakes happen, things happen, but come on. It's not something we should promote, because I, as a man, I would never tell my audience, yo, man, it's good to date some single mothers. Yeah, date that woman who's got 3 kids from 3 different men. I would never tell my audience to do that. That's destructive and chaotic. As a man, I understand her past, those 3 men, may mean the current man could possibly have to deal with those dudes, or one of them, or even if all of them are, absent fathers. It's the entire history around all of that. It's a complete lack of accountability on the woman's part. Like, it should not be okay for a man to come in and then pick up the pieces of reckless men. And sadly, a lot of women really expect that nowadays, and I don't know why. And they think it should not be insulting, even though it's them literally telling men how differently they rank them. Oh, this one's good for the making, but you're good for the cleaning up? It's ridiculous.
Nothing wrong with you, and do not let society or these men tell you otherwise. However, it is nice to see that there are other women that are in the same positions in life, cheering each other on from all across the world. There is something nice about that. It does make me feel seen. It does make me feel less alone. And I hope that this space can do the same for you, because there's a lot of us in the same position and we are all amazing, okay? It kind of makes me think that we should do a meetup, I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know how, but it kind of makes me feel like we should do a meetup. What do you think?
And nothing to this woman making a point to her audience, but again, the example. The woman at the start was too accountable. She was ridiculously accountable to a level where it's like, you don't even need to do that much, but whatever. But having no accountability nowadays as a woman does no good for you. Will never do any good for you. Regardless of what women say on the internet, one of the most off-putting things about modern women are the ones who lack accountability for their present and their past.
I don't know where, I don't know how, but it kind of makes me feel like we should do a meetup. What do you think?
So, another controversial take, but again, when am I not? And it's coffee dates. And I'm going to say it as it is. And there's going to be a lot of angry men in the comments to go, oh, gold digger, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Next. Why do I not do coffee dates? I literally just did a live. We just spoke about this and I haven't done a video on it. So I'm going to do a video on it. Why do I not do coffee dates and why do I refuse? Now, if I'm dating somebody already, or I've gone on a couple of dates with somebody and we're at work and they go, hey, you got time for a coffee? That's fine. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking first dates as a coffee date. I don't do coffee dates as a first date. I won't be doing a coffee date as a first date, and here's why. Number one, men are very, very honest with me when I talk to them about coffee dates and what dates mean, and nearly every single one of them has told me, hey, yeah, if we're being honest, coffee dates are just a really cheap, really easy way to get in as many women as possible within a week, within a month, to see who I fancy, rather than me wasting my money, wasting my time. Fair.
Yeah, but I mean, who set the standard of wasting men's time to the point where they have to be so strategic in how they're dating? Who made men so cautious? Yeah.
Fair enough. What I say is, if you're a person like myself who dates with intention and you date very selectively, if you only had the option to date 4 women a year, one, you'd pick a lot smarter because you wouldn't be able to just date everybody. You wouldn't have this conveyor belt mentality and this kind of swipe dating website but in real time mentality. You would date with purpose and you would choose wisely. And 2, if you knew you only had 4 dates, you'd invest in those dates. You'd spend money, you'd pick a nice place, and you'd make sure to properly wine and dine old school that girl.
Okay, we get her point. We see where she's going. But again, the old school vibes, traditionalism, the way women want to drag traditional values out of men, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. It's like they want to stay new and fresh, modern women, but still expect men to have some traditional value. But part of the reason a lot of men have lost that traditional value is because they don't see traditional women to give it to anymore. Like, okay, from her perspective as a woman, men use coffee dates and she doesn't like going on them from her perspective because she doesn't want to be seen as a lesser of a woman, as an option of a woman. Or he's not taking me seriously, he's just using me to see if I'm one of the best options. Yeah, as if women don't do this. As if women don't do this? Yes, they do. And for a lot of men, it does benefit men to have coffee dates simply because a lot of women nowadays would waste your time. They are wasting your time. In some cases, you talk to her long enough and you're like, damn, I'm glad I only spent a coffee on you. Yeah, and probably a donut or a cookie, whatever. At least I didn't waste any money and more so my time on you. So whereas we get the point, she wants traditional dates and things. Yeah, well, sadly, a lot of other women have ruined the vibe for a lot of other women and men. So yes, everything you're saying makes sense. Lovely woman making sense. But things are the way they are for a reason. A lot of men have learned to be cautious with women. Interestingly enough, a lot of women are good teachers, aren't they?
But because we have this thing of let's date as many people as possible, let's get in as many as we can, and a lot of men are doing it for casual schmicks, we don't have men investing in dates. Because I, as a woman, invest in the man I'm dating, i.e. I'm very choosy of who I date and I don't go on many of them, why would I, as a woman that is really choosy about who she dates, go on a date with a guy that's dating 3 women a week? I wouldn't.
What, you're afraid of competition? Yeah, you run the dating gauntlet. Run the dating gauntlet.
Dating 3 women a week.
I mean, you'd be picked if you're lucky. Yeah?
I wouldn't. That's a very, like, corn mentality. That's a very dating
Wow.
website mentality. It's a very fast-paced conveyor belt mentality. I don't
It's fast food, but that's modern dating anyway.
want to date that man. So when girls go, but coffee dates are casual, it's fine, it doesn't mean anything bad. I'm like, I've asked these men who ask me for coffee dates realistically why they do them, and they all tell me the same thing. And when men say to me, hey, let's go on a coffee date, and I say, why, are we gonna be friends? They always say no. And when I say to them, okay, well, coffee dates is what I do with my friends. Like, I buy myself a coffee daily, I go for coffees with my friends. It's a very casual thing to do. If you'd like to be friends, I'm more than happy to do a casual coffee date. But are you trying to date me? And I ask the guys outright. I've got blunter with older age, and it honestly does wonders for me. And they'll be like, no, I'm trying to date you with purpose. I'm like, okay, so then let's do a date with purpose. And I'll say, look, it's not about the money. A glass of wine is maybe £2 or £3 more than a coffee. So it's not about the money. It's about the purpose. Are you dating for purpose? And if so, why are you not taking me on a date that shows me that?
Interesting. Good point. Somewhat demanding. A very demanding woman. I mean, he may think he doesn't want to be with you now. I mean, somewhat demanding, aren't you? I just met you and you want a steak. Even if the steak is nothing, it costs nothing to him. It's still the principle, isn't it? The principle. And the question again, since we're here, what if he does take this lovely woman on a date now? Yeah, and then gets to know her. Again, an example. Then finds out her past was not steak worthy. No, her past was coffee date worthy. I should just got you coffee and a croissant. That's it. Coffee and a croissant. Sometimes the reality is a lot of women aren't worth more than a coffee and croissant.
And honestly, since I said that, every guy that's ever asked me for a coffee date has then changed the date to at least a bar date. And I get far better men. Your selection of men will go down, but the calibre of men you get will go up, and it's very much well worth it.
Her past. It may not matter much to her until she realizes it's what's stopping her from finding a husband. The world is yours. Have a nice day.
I'm embarrassed.
Kids from 3 different dads there is
Dating 3 women a week.